Have you ever wondered why the logos of the Zelda games usually look something like this, and not like this? Or why the shields that appear throughout the series usually look like this, or this, or this, but hardly ever like this, or this? If you have wondered, congrats, you're in the minority. Which is strange, since these observations staunchly contradict what most Zelda fans in the West, especially in nations of historically majority Anglo-Saxon culture, such as the US, appear to believe what kind of world the series is taking place in. Recently, popular YouTuber and Zelda fan 𝐀𝐈𝐍𝐿 released a video in which he makes a compelling case for what he believes to be a surprising discovery he made. The discovery that Breath of the Wild kinda sorta takes place in what appears to be late ancient Rome. What surprises me about 𝐀𝐈𝐍𝐿's findings, however, is that anyone would consider them surprising to begin with. Because to me, it has always been very clear that The Legend of Zelda takes place in a predominantly Mediterranean Renaissance world. A mix of Italy, Spain, and Greece. At a period in history where people are just awakening from the long deep slumber of a dark age, upon which they begin to revive their ancient heritage from before said dark age. From rediscovering long-lost ancient knowledge, artifacts, and technologies that inspire new forays in the arts and sciences, through LARPing as ancient heroes, to thwarting the infiltration by foreign tribes of a foreign faith and culture, Hyrule is a Renaissance world through and through. Yet somehow, in the minds of what appears to be the majority of Zelda fans in the West, the series takes place in a very different world. The world of King Arthur and the Grimm's fairy tales, medieval northwestern Europe, i.e. England, northern France, and Germany. In other words, exactly the time and region of Europe that the series obviously does not take place in. So much more, I'm glad that 𝐀𝐈𝐍𝐿's discovery proves that at least I'm not the only one in the West anymore who's noticed. Yet, there is so much more to add to 𝐀𝐈𝐍𝐿's findings, and it all ties in neatly. So 𝐀𝐈𝐍𝐿 has pretty much established that at least Breath of the Wild is largely set in a Mediterranean, i.e. Roman world, as given away by the name of Hyrule's king in the game, Rome Bosphoramus, a reference to Rome and the Bosphorus River, latter marking the southeastern fringe of both the Mediterranean Sea and the European continent. Breath of the Wild is one thing though. What about the rest of the series? What about The Legend of Zelda as a whole? Well, to follow the footsteps of 𝐀𝐈𝐍𝐿, let's start with the monarch's name. Zelda, daughter of King Rome. Ah yes, of course, she was named after Zelda Fitzgerald, obviously. A US-American B-tier celebrity of the roaring 1920s, known for her excessive partying. Because nothing says Princess Zelda like dancing Charleston all night, downing one bottle of champagne after another. Wait, what? Is anyone buying this story? Let's look into this a little deeper, shall we? Now, if one looks up the onomatology of the name in question, one quickly finds that Zelda is specifically the Italian variant of the medieval German name Griseldis, or later Griselda, much like Giuseppe is the Italian variant of the Hebrew Yosef. Weird. Why would the princess not be named after the original medieval German version of the name, if that's what the series is aiming for? Why the Italian version of the name? Well, how about for a similar reason as to why the king got the name Rome Bosphoramus? Kinda makes sense, right? Okay, now where does the Italian version of the name, where does Zelda come from? Well, the first documented appearance of the name is in a literary work called Decamerona, a collection of novellas by, surprise surprise, Italian Renaissance author Giovanni Boccaccio. The Pliththawkins. And this concludes episode 1 of this video series on the true historical and geographical roots of The Legend of Zelda. Check back for episode 2, where we take a look at more statues and find out why Mrs. Fitzgerald, despite being white as a sheet, wasn't given a normal white girl's name like Gwen or Jenny. Thank you for watching.